What up, YouTube? This is your boy King Pookie coming to the house. We're gonna recap the 2020 season since the end of the year is right around the corner. It's been a rocky road for the Chicago Bears. Ever since the 2019 season ended, it's been we've been just going downhill and we had so much expectation in 2019, and we just failed, and and we just crashed and burned, and so, we had our hopes and highs for 2022. We were gonna have a better season, but no, yeah. So in the 2020 season, we had the Bears, traded to get you know a quarterback to compete with Mitch Trubisky because Mitch Trubisky was doing awful, so they had to so they traded for somebody to compete with him because he never had somebody to compete with. He always had the job handed to him. He never had somebody take the job away from him. So then Ryan Pace, what he did, he gave our fourth round pick and he gave it to the Jacksonville Jaguars to get Nick Foles. Now everybody was excited that yeah we're getting a MVP candidate, Hall of Famer, for the because and he won the Super Bowl for the Philadelphia Eagles, and so, our expectations were high. Yeah, we thought, yeah, man, he'll definitely take the job away from Mr. Trubisky. So then, you know what? Um, COVID hits, and so we really didn't see Mitch and Nick Foles really compete, for the job, because of the COVID, and plus we didn't have any preseason games, so they eliminated the preseason games. So we never saw, Mitch and Nick Foles never really competed against. So actually, so then Mitch Trubisky, won the competition, and we were like, we thought it was gonna be Nick Foles because they paid all this money, and they gave up before the round pick. So you would think that they would definitely have want Nick Foles as a starter. So Mitch, played, and he we won the first game and the second game, and then we went to Atlanta, and then Atlanta, he, Mitch Trubisky, threw an interception, and you know Nick and Matt Nagy was sick and tired of it, and Bears organization were sick and tired of it, and they finally benched Mitch Trubisky for Nick Foles, and then what happened? All hell broke out because so then so we thought that Nick Foles was gonna save us because he won the Super Bowl with the Philadelphia Eagles, so he will definitely help us win the Super Bowl. And you know what? So then he definitely won the game for is the Falcons game, and then we had to play the Colts. We lost that game, and then we played the Buccaneers. We won that game, but we were lucky that we beat the Buccaneers just by one. Then after that, and then I think we played the Panthers, and then after that, all the teams that we played, they had a winning record. We lost, and we lost 6 games in a row, and everybody was looking at the Bears organization. They want to bench Nick Foles and bring back Mitch Trubisky, but you can't really go back because when you benched Mitch Trubisky, and you can't bring him back, and it wouldn't look good on the organization. But Nick Foles was Matt Nagy's man. He never wanted Mitch Trubisky to succeed, so he finally got his man, and he completely, utterly failed him. We went on a 6 game losing streak, and everybody, the Bears, the opposition, everybody's their head was on the table because they wanted Mitch Trubisky back into the lineup. But the thing is, yeah, our Matt Nagy put Mitch Trubisky in the New Orleans game, and you know what? He got injured in the first. I think he was first play or something. He got injured, and he's injured his shoulder. So we didn't have anybody. So our third stringer had to come back. Had to probably we would have to play a third stringer or something happen, to Nick Foles. So then we stick with Nick Foles, and then finally we got to the Vikings game, and then Nick Foles gets injured at the very end of the fourth quarter, and gets carted off the field, and so then now we're in a bind. And we're gonna bring Mitch Trubisky, or we're gonna put Taylor Bray in there, you know. So there's only one choice. We had to bring back Mitch Trubisky back in there, because we saw Tyler Bray, because he did play a little bit in the Vikings game at the very end. We saw how terrible he did it. So we were like, hell no, we're not gonna have Tyler Bray. He's not gonna save us. So we put Mitch Trubisky back in there, and so then we did really good. Then Matt Nagy was making awful plays, because we did lose in the Green Bay game, and we lost the Lions game, and everybody was like, we want Nagy to lose his playing calling duties, and he didn't want to give it up. So and finally the camel broke the back at the very very end. He decided that he's gonna give the playing calling duties to Bill Lazor, and I think it was like right before the Lions game. We lost the Lions game at the so, and everybody thought, yeah, it must have been Matt Nagy that made those calls, because those looks like Matt Nagy's playing calling, and didn't blame it on Bill Lazor, but yeah. So then we played I think we played 2 more games, and we won, and everybody's like, we still have to fire Matt Nagy no matter what. These are Bill Lazor's his calls, he's making his calls, So so then now we're at the end of the season, and now we have to rely on the Green Bay Packers to beat the Green Bay Packers to get into the playoffs, and then we also have to hope to God that the St. Louis Rams beat the Cardinals, which I don't know. Now I'm hearing, well, I heard that Jared Goff injured his thumb, and so is Colin Murray, he's injured. So but yeah, we have the tiebreaker. We win the tiebreaker on there. So, but yeah, it's just been one hell of a roller coaster ride for these Chicago Bears. And if you're gonna make it to the playoffs, it's gonna be a rough road, because we still have to beat St. Louis. I mean, New Orleans Saints. Excuse me, the New Orleans Saints, and then we're probably gonna have to play against the Packers again. So we're gonna have to. So this Sunday is a lot on the line, for both teams. The Green Bay Packers want the number 1 seed, and they want to get that bye, so they're gonna just play their starters. And but on the Bears side, the Bears want to get in. If they win, they get in, and then we don't have to worry about the Cardinals losing to the Rams. So, but yeah, it's gonna be a very, very hard because we never. I don't remember the last time we beat Green Bay in Chicago. Last time we beat Green Bay was in Green Bay, and that was when in the Jay Cutler era. That's when John Fox was running the team. So yeah, the stakes are very high. I mean that we might lose this game. Um, but this has to be Mitch Trubisky's game. If he wants to play as a starter in the league, he has to have his best game. He can't have these cute play calls and that cost us penalties or cost us to score a touchdown or something like that. He has to be on a sound game. But we all thank the Seahawks for beating the Rams. Now Green Bay is gonna have to play their starters, and we all wanted them to sit down their starters because they have nothing to lose because they won the number one seed. So we have to beat the Green Bay Pack now since we have to beat the Green Bay Packers on strength, full with their strength, and now they're definitely gonna be very aggressive because they want to win to get that bye and the number one seed. So yeah, but and thank God this year is over with. It's been a crazy week, a crazy NFL season. We had to move games around. We even had a Tuesday and we had a Wednesday game. Whoever thought that we never saw Tuesday or Wednesday game ever. We only saw the Thursday games, and yeah, didn't we play on a Friday? Yeah. Well, Friday was the Christmas day match game, but Tuesday and Wednesday we never played on those days. So, bam. But thankful that 2020 is almost at the end. And hopefully 2001 brings new. Um, if we do make it to the playoffs, I think they're gonna still keep Ryan Pace and Matt Nagy. But the rumor around is that Ted Phillips might retire at the end of the season. I don't know. I hope it's true that he gonna. But if we do lose and we do not make it to the playoffs, I say at least one Brian Pace is gone or Matt Nagy's gone, but I'll take Brian Pace, and I doubt it because Nagy has 1 year left in his contract, and the McCaskies usually don't fire their coaches until their contract is up, But yeah, Ryan Pace, he should be the sacrificial lamb and be fired because he did so much damage to these Bears that he messed up the kicking game, the quarterback game, and the coaching. He got rid of Robbie Gold. And then he traded up to get Mitch Trubisky, and then he also before that he signed Matt Nagy, and yeah, that's three things that it's like, and plus he's been there for 6 years, and we only made it to the playoffs 1 year under his regime, and you know what? We have not even. You would think that we could have at least got close to the Super Bowl under him, because he did win a Super Bowl with the New Orleans Saints, but he couldn't do it with the Chicago Bears, and some of his draft picks did pan out, and some of them failed, but the ones that failed, like Kevin White and some other picks that he draft picks that did not work. Like I think that Duke. I mean, what's his name? Kyle really. I don't know if he's a bust. Like he only plays at the very. He's like the third stringer or something like. We never see him, and I thought the Bears would bring him in. But he just sucks. And well, Duke Shelley, he did really good, but he hasn't helped the Bears a lot. But, so and then Matt Nagy, Ryan Pace, he signed a couple players, gave them too much money, and um and they're not even showing up, and we pay these guys so much money. So hopefully you guys have a happy New Year's, and hopefully 2021 year is brighter, and our future is bright, because I only could see we could go up, but I don't think, if we keep Brian Pace, I don't, do you even trust him to pick another quarterback in this draft? So, yeah, give me a huge thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and join the King Poke Nation Army, and share this video, and I'll give you the Bears content video. So, yeah, even if the Bears don't make it to the playoffs, I'm still going to be talking about the NFL playoffs. So don't worry about that. I'll still be talking about it, even if the Bears are not in it. Which, but yeah, hopefully I'll see you in 2021, because it's right around the corner. So this is King Pookie, and I'll see you guys next year. Peace.